shadow overhead. I've been sleeping with a cloud above my bed. I've been lonely for so long. Trapped in the past,
Hello,
I just can't
I'm Major
seem to
Arnold
move
Gasalatan of the
on.
Philippine Army.
I've been hiding under ropes
Right
and
now, I'm here
bridges
in
on the
Golan,
way,
Israel.
just in case
I
I
just want to
ever
make this
meet up
video with
again
regards to
someday. I've been
the
setting
project
aside
or
time
assignment of my
to
daughter,
clear a little space
Armory
in the
Gasalatan,
corners of my
second year student
mind.
of Philippine
All
Science
I
High School,
wanna
Balue
do is
campus.
find a
With
way
regards
back
to his to
to
her
you.
project or to her assignment
I can make it
on what is
true
love,
without
courtship,
a way
and
back
marriage.
into love.
For me, when you say
Oh,
love is is a very very
I've been
broad
watching but the
meaning.
signs refuse to show.
Can we in the
Waiting
Bible
for
there's a
answers
whole chapter of
inside.
the definition of
Knowing
love,
that inside
but with regards to
me
love
there's
towards
gonna be
the opposite sex,
somewhere,
I think it is
somewhere.
not
I've been
a
looking for
joke
someone to
or it's a
share
very a
some
serious
nights,
thing
not
to be discussed
somebody
with.
just to get me through the
Uh,
night. I could use
Love
some
at
courage
first, or when you are
and I'll
in
give
when we
you
were in our
suggestions.
teenage years,
All I wanna do
uh,
is find
when
a
you feel
way
attracted
back
to
into
someone, we I felt it was love, but later I found out that that's not the thing. I mean, love is not just that you are attracted to a woman, but also you have to have a commitment in your heart that loving someone is in the long run you will end up in marriage. So what is love? In myself, I think love is you have first you have to seek in your heart what's really in your heart that you feel attracted to someone. If you are a Christian, of course we are Christian. First, we should have to have love of God. I mean, above everything else, you have to have love for God. You have to have that everything in what you have to do, God will be pleased. God will be glorified, or God will be happy of what you are doing. So, when loving someone, you have to be sure that that someone is also with the same attitude of yours, that you have that heart to love God above everything else. So, loving someone, or if you have a crush, or you have attracted to someone, do not let your heart be go over your head. You have to have a sound mind first, that if you love that guy, if you love that woman, be sure that the two of you are in unison or in unity to love God and to please God in your relationship. So loving is not just an easy some sort of parang palipas oras, or I think loving someone or to love is to have a commitment in your heart. Courtship is, I think, because God's design for women or for men is to have a long relationship, or a lasting forever relationship with your partner. So loving courtship, I think courtship is in the middle. So when you love someone, you have to have a courtship, where courtship, the in courtship, you will know more. You know him deeper. Or you know him or you know her with regards to uh, kung kayo ba talaga ay maging compatible with each other with regards to everything. Because it's hard that when you love someone, you are on na kayo, some sort of mayroon na kayong relationship, and then you don't have process of courtship. Uh, sa iba, ang tawag sa iba, yung courtship are dating. But right now, nowadays, dating is some sort of, there's a negative meaning in dating. So courtship is different because in courtship you have to have there, and in courtship you will be able to see him or to see her if you are compatible with each other, or you are with the same spirit, with the same mind, with the same heart, that everything, that it's not only fleshly desires, but also you have a whole, especially the spiritual desire to please God, to be to honor God in your relationship. So courtship is a commitment. Courtship is there must be an individual responsibility. A boy or a girl, there always a responsibility to in courtship. So you have to deal with each other. If there are differences, so during that courtship time, you can adjust, or you can find a solution if there are things that are some sort of uh, hindi kayo magkaunawaan, o hindi kayo kampante sa isa't isa. So I think courtship, there must be courtship before marriage, because it's hard that when you get married, and then you will find out that he is not the right person to be with. It's hard. Though in the Philippines, though in other countries, it's very easy to get divorced, but in the Philippines it's hard. So before getting married, I think you have more ample time to have uh, some sort of a course, that kind of relationship, or during courtship. So marriage, with regards to marriage, I think that's a very, it's a second gift that God is given to man. That you have to be get married, because the rest of your life, when you live for 60 to 70 years in this world, so more 40 to 50 years you are involved with someone if you are getting to marry. So it is not an easy, it's not a very easy thing. So you have to think it twice, thrice. I think it the whole. That's why there is a courtship. That if you want to marry that someone, there's no such thing as one day marriage, or one day wedding, or one day like that. So I think marriage is a beautiful gift from God, wherein you can express yourself to someone. You can serve him. If there's a biblical principle in that, that if you are a husband, you have to love your wife with all your heart, with all your mind. And if you are a wife, you have to submit to your husband. So I think in marriage, there's also a great responsibility between husband and wife, and a lasting marriage and a lasting relationship is, I think, if you make it in the center of your marriage, there is God. There is God who is there, is watching your relationship, your marriage, and there is God who is guiding you, and you have, and if you acknowledge God in your marriage and you acknowledge God in your relationship, I think everything will go smoothly and everything will be uh, in, 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 in conformity of what you desire in your heart.
For me, love is the one that is defined in the Bible. We have 1 Corinthians 13. Love is kind, patient, never jealous, never envious. And love is a wonderful feeling. It is not only a feeling, it is something that comes from God that should be shared to every human being. And courtship, this is a stage in which the lovers, have to discover whether they are really meant for each other. This is a stage in which the lovers have to identify if they are really, if they really love each other. And marriage is very important to reproduction. One has to be committed and to be loyal to each other. Well, marriage could be sweet and wonderful to those who are really in love, but it can be a tomb of love, or it can be like hell to those who fell to the wrong person. Thank you.
For my opinion, ang love kay difficult jud kay na siya i-define. So, kay pangutanon ka o what is love, di ba? Lisod kay ka, duway kay ka makatubag, pero ang uban kay kuan pod, moingon sila kanang love mo na feel nimo sa imong special someone, ana, imong family, sa friends, so on and so forth. Many believe that love is a sensation that magically generates when Mr. or Mrs. Mr. or Mrs. Mr. and Miss Right appears in your life. So, na siya ang love for sa kuha din. Unsaon po nimo ang courtship ug ang marriage kung walay love. So, sa courtship pod, ang courtship kay mao po na process nga magkuan kanang i-express nimo ang love para sa someone, para pud na sa kuada dayon kanang ang courtship pod, ang uban kay murag mag-court ra kay nangita sila gwapa or gwapo, dayon ang uban po kay love jud nila daw kunuhay. Sa marriage, ang marriage kay serious thing na jud, kay dapat ka magpatuga-tugaan na, kay sana lisod kaayo ang kinabuhi karon din. Kailangan pod kanang love nimo ang tawo, or ang person nga imong pakaslan mo nang sa marriage din. Pero karon po magdili naman kayo na kinahanglan nga love nimo ang isa ka tawo, kay ang uban na may marriage nga fixed marriage, dayon kanang gi-set up lang bitaw sa ilang parents, kay isa na para sa ilang good lagi daw, kay tungod sa money ana din. Pero kailangan jud po na siya seryosohon jud, kay mag-build up naman mag family ana kung marriage. Tas kailangan po nagpagsabot, understanding sa matag usa, kay
Mrs. Leia A. Giron, church worker of Pagadian Southern Baptist Church. My opinion about love is, for me, it is the greatest gift God has given to us. It never fails. And about courtship is the stage wherein two people express their mutual feelings to each other. It is the stage where the sincerity of their emotions can be expressed, and it is the time wherein the girl or the lady will be able to test how true and sincere is that guy. And about marriage is a sacred vow of two persons to God. It is a lifetime commitment to God and to each other. It is not only about sex or having children, but it is a lifetime companionship. Whether through thick and thin, we should have to stand with each other. Marriage is a lifetime commitment, and nagbalik-balik.
So, I'm 17 years old from Pagadian City, a student from St. Luman College, a BSA student. So, my view about this love, courtship, and marriage is first, love. So, in the Bible, love means love is kind, love is patient, it does not boast, it is not proud. So it simply means that love is in yourself. Love is not that you see in your crushes or even in your acquaintances like that. So courtship, for me, courtship is hindi lang ito yung pangdalian, hindi ito yung nakikita mo ang isang tao, mag-court ka na sa kanya. It's like knowing him or her better for you or for her or for him para meron kayong pag namoy sinabtanay kamong duha. So marriage, even though I'm a single, my parents do is marriage. They are marriage na. So for me, marriage, hindi na yan mawawala. Kung nandyan ka na place, hindi mo na yan pwedeng ibaliwala, hindi mo na yan pwedeng isuka. Kung para sa kanin, hindi mo na yan pwedeng sinusubo at sinusuka. So, marriage, that is the last step in love. So, for me, marriage should be, it should be, ano siya? Fixed or final decision of you. Dapat marunong kang mag-intindi sa iyong husband or wife para meron kayong happy family. So, that's all. Thank you.